5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Steer the Ship Podcast. This is Sports Edition. We are back. The NFL season is here, guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling good. My boy Jamo's feeling good. What's up, man? Talk to the people, man.
Nothing much. Ready for this football season to kick off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right now, this is like I ain't gonna say the day that we're on, but I know college football is going off right now. I need to watch those games after this show and whatnot, but let's get it going, my man. So the NFL season is about to kick off. The first game is on Thursday. Thursday, September 5th, right?
I guess.
He said he guessed. I think that's the first game. Baltimore versus Kansas City and everything. And then the season is going to kick off on September 8th. So you guys get ready, root for your teams and everything. But we're going to get up into this topic of who we think is going to dominate their divisions this year. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that just kind of shaking up and everything in the NFL season and everything. But let's get it started. You know what I'm saying? Let's go with the AFC. We're going to start with the AFC. And I picked the AFC North. So I'm going to hand it over to you, J-Mo, and see who you think in the North can dominate the North. You got Pittsburgh. You got Baltimore.
Dominate is a crazy word for the North. I don't think no team would dominate the North because they do have Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Baltimore. And that'll be like pretty much a gauntlet for all four of those teams outside of Pittsburgh, who's not looking real good, but never looks real good until it's time to look decent, and they look a little better than they're supposed to. But I'm going to pick Baltimore just to not have to burn my brain too much thinking about it. But Cleveland and Cincinnati are in play for that division for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I feel like when Cleveland get going, they get going. Let's see if Joe Burrow can stay healthy out there. Cleveland has what, Deshaun Watson? Or is he? Okay, so let's see if he can stay healthy because, he been, I don't know, last year was like, damn. It was a lot of expectations, but once he went down with the injury, we don't know. Baltimore is Baltimore. And Pittsburgh, Russell Wilson got the starting position, but let's see if he can. Let's see if he can do it. Let's just see if it's Russell Wilson or not. If he's him or if he's not him.
I got a new one real quick.
Go ahead.
This because it just made me think of something when you said something about the injury or something. This division is literally the battle of attrition. Because the least injured team is the one that wins the division every year. Right?
Pretty much, hey, that's true, man.
Last year, Joe Burrow them got hurt and fucked it up. Cleveland them was hurt, fucked it up. Baltimore stayed good, got it right. The year before that, I don't know who won the division, but I know Baltimore won it. They didn't win the division the year before that.
No, not the year before that. The year before that had to be Cincinnati.
Cincinnati may have won the division, but Baltimore was hurt. So it's always like, even the teams that are supposed to like contend for the division also may get hurt or something because they play a rough style of football. It's cold weather football.
Hell yeah, so, man! Shit, when you in the AFC North, man, it's one of those rugged divisions. I always say. So yeah, nutrition is very, very key in getting through this season, especially 18 games and shit. I'm looking at the training staff now. Sometimes you gotta have that good training staff and everything, but it is what it is. So we both got a pick for Baltimore actually like coming out on top of the division. Okay, let's go. We're gonna keep it moving, guys. Let's go with the AFC South, you know what I'm saying? Shit, what you think about that, man? Your boy, them Texans, man. I'm
not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna pick the Texans just because that's who I want to win the division. That's who I believe.
I think everybody wants them to win. I think everybody wants them to win that division. Like whoever, pay attention to the South.
Yeah, but I also am very weary and very mindful of the Colts.
Boom, boom, boom.
So I'm watching the Colts, but I got the Houston Texans. Jaguars.
You don't think none of the Jags?
Jaguars are the Jaguars. Tennessee ain't shit.
Nah, no more.
Tennessee ain't
nah, no
shit.
more. Yeah,
and,
they done.
Jaguars just some hoes, bro. They not. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep it professional. Jaguars, they tend to not live up to what their expectations are. I do like the head coach, but I don't like the quarterback. What he does consistently.
You don't like Trevor Lawrence, and they just gave him his contract too.
They gave him that because they had to pay somebody.
Yeah, this is a very scarce this is a very scarce agency for quarterbacks. It's like you got to get what you got. You got to get what you got. You like whatever available, get what you can get. You hear me? I hear you on that one. I believe in Trevor Lawrence.
But leaving Trevor Lawrence is crazy.
But Houston, I feel like that's my pick for the South. Houston seemed like they're ready to rumble for real. It's like, yeah, they ready to go. The Colts, you do got to look out for the Colts. The Colts is always that team that kind of gives the division like its headache. You know what I mean? Tennessee is out of there. Like I feel like once you got rid of Derrick Henry, that was it. Jacksonville, it can be out of those three teams right there. Houston, Indianapolis, and Jacksonville. It's gonna be out those three. It's gonna be a rough division right there too. You know what I mean? But I picked the Texans.
Yeah, and the only thing that makes me even hesitant to pick the Texans when I say I'm picking the Texans is the fact that they got to play the first place schedule, which means they got to play the division winners of each of the AFC teams. And to me, and obviously when I'm saying they do, and then the other teams don't. So
I'm about to say I was very curious. Looking at y'all schedules because you say like, oh, okay, in the first 5 games y'all gonna be playing division rivals.
Not first 5 games for sure. I know we played a division rival the first game of the season, and then we got our second game of the season is at home, I believe against Chicago. Look at.
Oh man, these some fucking primetime games right here.
Easy money. Chicago gonna be easy money.
Yeah, easy money, but the name and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? With Caleb Williams out there and everything, that's a primetime game right there a little bit. You know what I mean?
Names.
Because I ain't gonna lie, man. I seen a little bit of Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, he's a rookie. He got the skill and shit for real. But the people around him gonna have to play their part. Yeah. They gonna all have to play their part in order for this thing to work for real.
Jaguars week 4 though.
Oh, okay. So that's 2 division rivals. This is like pretty much. This is gonna be the mark of y'all season where it's like, okay. If y'all beat those 2, y'all up in the division. Y'all up already early. That's not bad though. All right, man. I'm gonna get off the Texans for a minute because we gotta keep going with this. All right, so we're gonna go with the AFC East. You know what I'm saying? The AFC East.
I'm going Buffalo.
I knew he was gonna say that. Buffalo. I like Buffalo, but I don't believe in Buffalo no more. I mean, I just don't believe in them no more. I could see them get in the division, but I think Miami can get the division. And if Miami wants to have a good push through the playoffs, they're gonna have to win this division.
Okay.
And they're gonna have to get like a number 1 and a number 2 seed. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm professional for a minute. Hold up. That's okay.
Oh, not my fault. No, that was just something in the background. Go ahead.
Back there. But I ain't put my faith in hoes no more. So,
who's the hoes?
The hoes? The Jaguars. Hoes?
No, we went back to the South.
No, we didn't. The hoes? Miami. Motherfuckers who get out here, look pretty for you. You get to the nitty and gritty, they ain't about shit.
I love that metaphor. I love that metaphor because you're right. You are so fucking right about them. But this is I guess this is the whole division in itself. It's like I believed in you. I believed in these teams, and I'm like, you let me down every time. You know what I mean? New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers over there. Yeah. We got 2 more teams in this division. New England is an afterthought now, which is insulting. So they're gonna have to prove themselves over. It's like this ain't like Bill Belichick no more. You know what I mean? So you gotta prove yourselves. We're not even thinking of New England. That's fucked up. Jacoby Jones is like I'm sorry, not Jacoby Jones. I'm
Drake
fault.
May.
My fault. Drake May. I thought was your boy.
Brissett didn't win it.
Yeah. Jacoby Brissett.
He's second string.
I see Jacoby Jones. R.I.P. I'm sorry. But anyways, like this division right here, we gotta pick a winner. We have to pick a winner, but they're not gonna go deep into the playoffs just based on like the history that we have with these teams. It's like y'all let me down. You let me down. I give you my heart and you drop it.
Yeah, and that's just so
for you. East. You say Buffalo, I say Miami.
All
Is that Samsung? Yeah, somebody's still doing that. But anyway, man, let's keep rolling, man. Got the AFC West, right? AFC West. It's an obvious picker on that one. Kansas
City,
yeah. But we gotta talk a little bit about the division and everything. It's like Las Vegas Raiders. They still got Derek Carr there.
Yeah, but they still the Las Vegas Raiders. I want to see what the Chargers are gonna look like.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, well, they got Jim Harbaugh, they got Justin Herbert still, and whatever else they got going on over there. But I do want to see what they look like.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta, yeah, but it's like, what happened to them last year? What happened to the Chargers last year? Like, what really happened?
Injuries. Justin Herbert did get injured. They weren't living up to their expectations earlier, and it's just a lot of it just be the pressure, because the coach was on a hot seat. They had a lot of rumblings going on, and
the coach would be doing some stupid fucking plays where I'd be like, why you do that?
So I think a lot of it was like internal pressure and just injuries.
Yeah, you're right. They beat themselves out this season. Denver. Who they guys? They starting quarterback. That's fucked up. I haven't been following them.
Bo Nix.
Oh yeah, Bo Nix is yeah.
Yeah, so that's a disaster in itself also. They got Sean Payton over there, so that's kind of
it's a new project for him.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, I don't expect much out of Denver. I don't expect much out of Las Vegas. Maybe the Raiders can do better than I expect, but I don't think they can win a division.
No, they're not gonna win the division.
Kansas City.
Who knows? They could probably sneak in as a wild card.
Nah. The other teams, you got 3 teams in the AFC North. You got 2 teams in the AFC East. You got 2 possible teams in the AFC South. You only gonna get 1 team out of a bad division.
Yeah, we got the garage door open. Don't worry, guys. Well, all right, so with the West, we got Kansas City getting this. My fault for that, but like, yeah. There's all this fucking noise interruption. It's funny shit. No, we're gonna keep it rolling. I ain't doing no editing on this. We're gonna keep it rolling. But all right, let's keep going. We got the NFC now. We got the NFC that we're talking about. So let's start with the North, man. NFC North. Go ahead.
When it comes to the NFC North, that's a tough division in itself too, because you got a lot of mediocrity going on in that motherfucker.
Possibly.
You got Detroit Lions, who've done it one time in the last 1 billion years. So I don't know how much faith I can put in what they've done. They did look like they put together something that could be held together, but I don't know how well held together. I do have a little faith in Green Bay growing a little more, because in the NFL, I have a lot of faith in head coaching. And I have a lot of faith in LaFleur as the coach, and how he can lead young men and how he can put that shit together week in and week out to, put his team in best position to win. Minnesota lost their goddamn quarterback that they drafted, and then got hurt. He out for the season. So I don't know what the fuck they got going on over there in Minnesota. We'll see. In Chicago, the Bears, I mean, they may come out and do something. They may put that shit together, but I think that they'll overachieve, and by overachieving, they might win like 6 games, 7 games.
Straight up. It's like they're not gonna really. I feel like Chicago's not gonna really do nothing special, but they're gonna show us a spark. They're gonna show us a spark. They got a team, dude. They have a team. Now we just gotta see it work. That's all. We just gotta see it work. Green Bay. Their performance last year in the playoffs was like spectacular to me. You feel me? They could have beat what was the team that they could have beat? Like Detroit, right?
I think they did play Detroit there. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna act like I do know.
I forgot who they could have beat. I think San Francisco. They could have beat San Francisco, and San Francisco.
I'm 100%.
Yeah, they could have beat them and shit like that. And it's like, okay, these boys are here for real. Yeah. So love is. I just want to see what they can do. But Detroit is still that team. Detroit is still that squad. You hear me? And so I'm gonna say Detroit is gonna take the division. You know what I mean? Green Bay should sneak in, because Minnesota is like, no one's thinking Minnesota right now. So Sorry, Justin Jefferson, but I should think about putting you on my fantasy team though. But nah, you might get injured because they're gonna overwork you. So yeah, we got Detroit for sure. All right, let's move on. We got the South. You know what I mean? The NFC South. I'm gonna let you take this range right here, dog, and then I'll come after.
All right, with the NFC South, it's another one of those filled with mediocrity. So it's kind of hard to pick from a bunch of mediocre teams. I'm not lying to you, but I'm gonna put my faith in Atlanta. I'm gonna say Atlanta gonna do it. I'm gonna say Kirk Cousins got his little shit together. It's the Achilles, all right, or whatever. He gonna, grow the guys up because it seemed like last year of course, the coach didn't put a lot of the playmakers in position. Arthur Smith seemed like more of a hard-nosed, you show me you a hard worker, I'm going to give you an opportunity. And just instead of looking at like who his best players are and just playmaking for him, being a simple fucking guy.
Yeah.
But I think that it'll come back down to it. They got a young coach that they love. I don't know his name, Raheem or something, whatever that dude name is. I'm not trying to disrespect him, but I know he's a young coach that's revered by his team, and he gonna pull the guys along. Carolina, I do expect them to be better just based off of the talent that they went and got a little bit. I don't know what they went and got, but I do remember me feeling like they improved their team a bit and the pride of the team. I felt like last year it's an embarrassment to a young nigga. He like, nah, you got us fucked up. We ain't who y'all think we is, because they know when you have a season like you had the last 2 years, that team's gonna come into the stadium looking like, oh, we just finna run these niggas over. And I feel like they gonna try to stop teams from feeling like that about them this year. So I got a little faith that they'll be at least a hard fighting team. They'll win more games than expected. I don't know what the fuck Tampa Bay gonna do. Last year they overachieved. I don't know if they can do it again this year. And the Saints, I literally have zero information on the Saints, bro. Like, other than they got the same team. They
got the same team.
Out for the last 20
they pretty
years,
much got
bro.
the same team. Yeah.
So I expect the same results, bro. Whatever they did last year, copy and paste that shit.
You say Atlanta, but then I could actually give it like a throw out there and say Tampa Bay. Tampa is still like the same team from last year, but I feel like they got more confidence in themselves. So let's see how this shit goes with Baker Mayfield over there. Carolina, that's my squad, obviously. But with Carolina, they gotta prove to me now, because it's like we are starving. Like, it's ridiculous if you look at Carolina Panther fans right now. We are missing Cam Newton like hell right now. We didn't know what we lost when we let him go. But I have faith in Bryce Young. We got some talent out there, you know what I'm saying? With Adam Thielen, and I think an addition with Deontay Johnson, that should be a little bit more easier for him, you know what I mean? When it comes to the defense, we basically just broke the whole fucking defense up. So this is a fresh defense right here. So it's like we don't know what to expect, you know what I mean, from Carolina. But I feel like they should have a better season than they had last year. And with New Orleans, like I said, like we both said, same old team. But as I look at all the stuff, and I respect Atlanta. Not my favorite team, but I respect Atlanta. And with them, I feel like they really can get it. Realistically, I feel like Atlanta should get it, but I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. I feel like somehow Atlanta's gonna drop the ball. I just feel like that. It's gonna be wild with those two teams right there, either Tampa or Atlanta. I'm going with Tampa with this one. All right, so let's move on. We got the NFC East. We got the East right here. So who you think on this one?
Philadelphia. I believe in history. No team has doubled back on the division in about 20 years, so I don't think the Cowboys gonna win it. Giants look like super duper ass. Don't know what to expect out of the Washington Commanders. I do expect them to be a little bit competitive into wins. I don't know. We'll see. But Philadelphia had a pretty bad ending to last year. I think they want to put that behind them. So make them focus more, because in my opinion, they just got too full of themselves. And a lot of times it's hard to correct yourself in the process of trying to continue a season. So I think that little humble pie got, they ate some of that this offseason, and they'll show some humility in the process of winning this year.
Yeah. I feel you. I agree with you on that one too. I feel like Philadelphia is gonna redeem themselves from that last year. They were up, and then they was just like they went down. They went down like a hot stock. It was ridiculous. Dallas has their own demons they gotta face. It's it's like staring at the man in the mirror for these dudes now. You know what I mean? So Dallas is their own worst enemy in this one. I really do feel that they can make it very competitive for Philly, but they just I don't know, man. This is gonna be this gonna show what direction they're going in right now. This season's gonna show what direction is the Dallas Cowboys going in. And with Washington, at least I can say they're number 3 in this one. You know what I mean? But they're resilient. Like the Commanders are resilient. So let's just see how far this resilience will hold up for these guys. And like you said, I'm agree with you. New York is trash. They look trash. They really do. So, Philly. All right, Philly. All right. So the last division right now. Well, yeah, West. The West. San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco. I do see a wild card coming out the West in Los Angeles, though.
I think so too, man. Like they're like that old warrior. Like the Rams reminds me of like some old battle, experienced warrior. So yeah, I feel like them boys. Yeah, they gonna make it like hard. Well, not really hard for San Francisco. I feel like San Francisco is like they gonna just come out the gate swinging. So yeah, I ain't gonna even go deep into this one right now because I'm ready.
Super Bowl hangover.
Super Bowl, yeah, 2 in a row.
No, I'm talking about from San Francisco.
Yo, they gonna have. Well, they might not have a Super Bowl hangover. Who knows? I think they just ready to get out there, man. I think your boy, Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy showed me something in that Super Bowl, man. He ain't gonna be a game manager this year. He's not gonna be a game manager this year. He's gonna be a game changer. I really do feel that.
Take some off. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
So anyway, we go with San Francisco because we're not going to talk about Seattle or Arizona. Arizona, don't know. Seattle seemed like Seattle from last year. But Seattle could also make a competition too up in there too. They could possibly sneak in for another wild card as well. Who knows? But anyways, we're done with the predictions of the divisions and everything like that. Let's get on to the real shit right here, man. We're going to get on to fantasy picks, bro. So tomorrow, Sunday, that's everybody's draft. So that's what's up, man. So I know you wanted to talk a lot about it, and I haven't really done my due diligence and research on it. But I could follow when I could follow, a little. I could not a little, but I could follow it once I catch on to it, right? So I want to know where you feel with fantasy picks and everything. Go ahead, man. You take it, and I have to follow behind.
Well, I know there's a lot of hopefully still obvious picks out there. Of course, like the Christian McCaffreys, the Lamar Jacksons, the Patrick Mahomes of the world. There are going to be some guys that we have always been able to depend on that we may not be able to depend on as much anymore, kind of like the Travis Kelce's of the world. And the reason I say Travis Kelce of the world will be more so because they always want to preserve him for the long run. This is a team that not like thinking, we're going to play 17 games and just go on about our regular season. They expecting to play every damn game that's available in the season. Mm-hmm. So they trying to keep OGs like Travis Kelce from taking as many hits, in his life so they can prolong his career. So I do think people like him will be down. I do think people like Jonathan Taylor and James Cook will have better seasons than expected because of the way they will be used in their offenses based on the offensive coordinators and head coaches that they have and the programs that they were already instilling into the teams last year. And I think they're not going to do nothing but get better at what they're doing when it comes to setting up the pass through the run and making sure the running back is the focal point of the defense so the quarterback won't have to take the punishment, it just kind of takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback, and I can kind of see what they're doing. So those types of players I will do with, but my first pick will be Christian McCaffrey for sure.
If you like first pick,
second pick.
Because Christian McCaffrey will go off the charts first.
I'm the second pick, and the dude in front of me is picking Bijan Robinson. So I have a freeway at whoever I want.
I think I know who that dude is. I think I know who that dude is.
I have a free.
Shout outs to that dude.
I have an open highway to whatever, dude.
I don't even know what pick I am. You know what pick I am in the league?
4.
Okay, I'm number 4. All right. Most likely, everybody knows you're gonna go for your running back first. But last year, I got lucky when I got Jalen Hurts. I got lucky. That was a lucky first pick. Then I was coming back around, so I don't know who I got as a running back. But my running back core was kind of weak, my nigga. It was weak, so I'm gonna try to get back on my running backs. Jonathan Taylor, that was an interesting one you were saying. I would pick Jonathan Taylor, but the reason why he had a lackluster year last year because of the injuries. Right. So I got very lucky when I got his backup, Zach Moss. That was a lucky one right there. Picked him off of waivers. So let me see what else. Receivers gonna be another one that I gotta really have like really think on it. Like, okay, man, I know this quarterback is gonna rely on this dude, like Bryce Young to Adam Thielen. Thielen's gonna touch the ball. He's gonna have more touches on the football and whatnot. Like you could say even Justin Jefferson, like, cause of course that's your number 1 wide receiver over there in Minnesota. Don't know who the quarterback is right now. What other receivers? Shit. Even look at the Texans when you have what's your boy's name?
Stephon?
Not Stephon Diggs.
Tank Dell?
Not Tank Dell.
Nico Collins?
Collins. Yeah, Collins. Tank Dell gonna get you them yards, man. Tank Dell gonna get you them yards. But Collins, but Collins gonna receive more touches. So, I'm looking on who's gonna catch the ball more in and stuff. With the running backs, man, I feel like the running backs is the most important, but it's overrated as well. Because when you first drafting your running back, we got to worry about injuries and everything. Running back is always going to be injured. So you got to keep your eye on free agency whenever it comes to the running back slots. You know what I mean? Like, it's very important because, of course, they're going to get the most touches out of any player on the team, right? But you got to really know how to fish through free agency in order to be good with your running backs and everything. Free agency is going to be the real key to winning this. You know what I mean? If you want to dominate your league and everything, you got to know how to just go through the free agency and be on time with that shit. Because motherfuckers be hungry out there. Yeah. For real. But I got lucky with my free agency picks and everything, just keeping my eye to the season and everything, actually looking at stats and everything like that, because in the beginning of fantasy football, I don't like really getting hyped up on it because it's unexpected. We don't know. All we know is what we know from last year or whatever we pick up during following OTAs or training camp and actually looking at the players that we know that are going to start in preseason. You know what I mean? So whenever the first game pops off, then that's what we're gonna know. But I want to have a good draft, dog. I want to go for number 1, man, because I didn't even expect to go for number 1, but I was that close.
Yeah,
I was that close.
I know this year I need to pay more attention to my lineups. I would start players that was injured. I had players that I didn't go replace players that was injured on my list. Dude.
At times I'd be like, man, what's wrong? I'd be looking at your lineups. I'm like, is this nigga even paying attention? I gotta call you, man.
That's my first time doing a season-long fantasy with a group of people that I can remember. So my attention span was still stuck on what it usually be on Sundays and Saturdays. I usually don't lock into football until certain days. Mm-hmm. And then I don't make my lineups to certain days, whether it was DraftKings or Prize Picks or other things that I was doing picks with. But this year I'm gonna be locked in. The draft, I can't promise you I'm gonna take it that serious. And I'm not saying I'm gonna be out here bullshitting, but I didn't put in the research already. The draft is tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Christian McCaffrey with my first pick, and I'm just gonna try to fill in with the best available players as I go through the draft. That's gonna be my goal. But during the season, I'm for sure gonna try my best to create the best lineups and to, replace niggas who ain't doing right with people who doing better on the waivers type shit. So.
Mm-hmm. I gotta look at the chain on how I'm gonna do it, because I know I'm gonna go running back, quarterback, but I gotta look on shit. After I pick my pick, shit, I know Patrick Mahomes gonna be off the charts. Tight ends, bro. When you were talking about Travis Kelce, I'm like, damn, who else after Travis Kelce?
George Kittle.
Mm-hmm, got Kittle.
And then you got the guy over in what's this dude named the dude over in Detroit. You got Mark Andrews over in Baltimore.
Yeah, Mark Andrews.
I still like Dalton Schultz over in Houston.
Yeah, Schultz. Yeah.
The dude from Dallas had a good year last year. I can't think of his name. He got a long ass name. But Dallas got a pretty good tight end. Kyle Pitts over in
you got Kyle Pitts.
Atlanta. I don't know. I can't think of him.
Pitts might be a good steal. I feel like Pitts can be a steal when you got Kirk Cousins out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna get more into it, man. But that was like the prelude to like, fantasy football, because we're gonna be talking a little bit more about this, try to keep it going and everything. So after that, man, I don't think we got anything else. We want to run gambling with y'all, but not right now. We're gonna do it once the NFL season really kicks off. So everything is everything right now, man. So yeah, I think we're done. We're done, dude. We did our first show right now, man, of the NFL season. If you made it this far with us, guys, we appreciate you for listening. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for listening to Sports Edition with your boys Johnny and Jamo. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us on YouTube, on anything that you listening to us on right now. I really prefer you just to listen to us instead of watch us. Don't worry, video is gonna be coming soon. Yeah, man. So y'all know, y'all just keep rocking with us, keep sticking with us, and yeah, we'll be back with another episode. So peace, y'all. Peace. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Labor Day.